Okay, yes, absolutely. The voiceover industry is competitive, but not in the way that you think. Hang out and let's talk about, at least 6 different reasons why it's competitive, but not necessarily in the way that you think, and why there's why there's room for you, and the reason why you might want to get involved. Oh, God. Hey guys, Jan Anderson here, voice actor and coach in Salem, Oregon. And it's hot outside today, so I'm nice and cool in my studio. So anyway, let's talk about this idea of competition in the voiceover industry. See, I can't even talk, and I'm a successful voice actor. How about that? Okay, first of all, yeah, you bet it's competitive. You got to be a good actor. You've got to have really good sounding audio. You got to be a good business person. You've got to have the whole package. But, a lot of this just comes with time, with experience. You don't have to be perfect right out of the gate. As a matter of fact, I've talked about this before. There's no such thing as perfect, and trying to chase after perfect is useless. So you just do the best you can, and you keep growing and improving as you keep going. So let's get into this. Being successful in voice acting is not about being better than somebody else. It's about being you, about being unique, about bringing something that only you can bring. Okay, let's talk about some ideas that support this. All right, number 1, buyers aren't necessarily looking for the quote-unquote perfect voice. They're looking for the right voice for their project. And when I'm talking about the perfect voice, I'm talking about, perfect diction, or I don't know, define perfect. It's indefinable. They're just looking for the one that makes them go, that's it. That's what we're looking for. I mean, they might have a very good idea of what they're looking for. They might have another actor in mind. We want somebody that sounds like John Hamm, or whatever, whoever. And maybe, if you're lucky, they'll give you a reference for what they're looking for in terms of tone and things like that. I talked recently in another video about how whenever the conversational read is talked about, they use John Krasinski as a reference. So you'll see that a lot. So, but that doesn't mean that they're looking for that person. They're looking for something that you bring that is in that vein. Okay? So they're just looking for the right thing, not the perfect thing. Okay? Now, number 2, you as an individual bring a unique mix of life experience, tone, rhythm, and just sort of a delivery to your read that nobody else has. I mean, it might be very close to what some other people do, but nobody does exactly what you do. And sometimes, many times, that's what separates you from everybody else. You're the one that has the thing that they're looking for. So, all that stuff that is within you cannot be replicated by somebody else, and you can't replicate that in another person. So don't try that. Think of that stuff as your greatest asset. Everything that you've been through in life, everything that you can bring up into your acting ability, that's all strong material. That's what makes you, and what might make the way you deliver a message just what somebody is looking for. You want to tap into all of that stuff as an actor. Bring it all to the front. Well, not for every part, but use your intuition as to, what you can bring to the party. Okay? All right, number 3, trying to sound like somebody else, like doing an impression. I mean, doing impressions and funny voices and stuff is kind of its own thing in a way. But what I mean by trying to sound like somebody else, trying to copy somebody else as an actor, that never really works out well. Not for any length of time. Not for long-lasting success. It dilutes who you are. It takes away your value. Leaning into sounding authentic and just yourself helps you stand out. But finding yourself in this way can take time. And again, we should always be growing as actors, changing. As we age, our voice changes, our body changes, our sound changes, our delivery changes for one reason or another. And it will continue to evolve over the years. But, working with a good coach and seeing what kind of projects you're being hired for helps you to define where your strengths lie. But your strengths can only be improved upon or expanded upon. You don't need to carve out, a specific hole for you to sit in. You can push those boundaries and gain experience and strength and ability as an actor to reach for other things. So don't devalue yourself. Be yourself. Be all you can be. Let's see, am I promoting the Army or voiceover? Okay, number 4, clients, particularly repeat clients that keep coming back to you, they're booking you. They're booking a person, not just a voice. They like you. Your voice is what got you there in the first place. But the way that you handled yourself and the way that you communicate, the way that you follow up with important business things and got your recordings into them quickly and were there for any changes or pickups that they requested. You as a voice actor are not just your voice. You're the whole thing. That's why I keep talking about the whole package. Your acting ability, your audio quality, your business acumen, all of it. That's what makes people come back. It's not just that you're really good as a voice actor, and it's not just that your audio is awesome and your technical ability in your digital audio workstation is just what they're looking for. You're the whole package. That's what makes people want to go, yes, let's call them again. They're going to do a great job on this. So you're not just a voice. Don't think of yourself as just another voice. When you've got everything put together, you're an entity to be reckoned with. Okay, here's number 5. And this is something I've talked about before, I think, and that is that when you compare yourself to others in the industry, particularly if you're just getting going, or even no matter where you are, that just creates insecurity. When you're confident, that's when people connect. Confidence creates connection, okay? When you embrace your voice, embrace who you are as a person, people can hear that in your reads. And as your confidence grows, you can rely on your instinct as an actor more and more. And that helps you. It just helps support you and gives you the vibe of being a person that people want to be in business with. Okay, number 6. And this one was kind of tough for me because I wanted, I was going after everything. I auditioned for everything that I could possibly get my hands on when I was first starting out. And here's a fact. You don't need to be everyone's favorite, and you will not be everyone's favorite. The sooner that you can just come to terms with that, the more free you will feel. You're not going to be everybody's favorite. You're not going to be everybody's choice for everything. Hopefully you'll be somebody's choice for something, but you're not going to win everybody over, and that's okay. There are some things that you just do not have control over. So why put your energy into that? But if you're open to trying new things and new characters and growing as an actor, that's where your strength will continue to evolve. And here's kind of a final thought that kind of relates to all of this, as you being not just a voice, but a whole person as a whole package of strong abilities. You don't need, hundreds of jobs coming in from one-off sources all the time. What really makes a successful voiceover career is having just a handful or two of repeat clients that just keep coming to you time after time after time. You no longer have to audition. They know what you're all about, and they're going to keep sending you things because they know that you're reliable, you're trustworthy, they like doing business with you, and so it's just a machine that keeps feeding you. Now, of course, the revolving door of clients in voiceover is continually spinning, and you never know when a client's going to leave or when a new one's going to come in. So, you always have to be marketing too for new clients to replace the ones that are leaving for whatever reason. But you don't you don't need to have thousands of clients all the time. Like I said, a couple good handfuls of good regular clients. That's all you need. That's all you need to have a really strong career. Okay? Anyway, I just wanted to give you this little message and just to encourage you. There's plenty of room for you if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to, look at this as a long-term goal, all of that stuff. Yeah, there's room for you. And it's not that competitive once you realize that the main thing that you're competing with is yourself and your own ability. And you just do the best you can, and you will click with a lot of people and you won't click with some. And that's okay. Just do the best you can as you, as an individual. All right? I hope you found this to be helpful. If you are looking for a little more guidance, I've got a free handbook available in the description box down below. Click the link and it will take you to the free download. It's called the Voiceover Career Basics Handbook. And hopefully you'll find it helpful, and hopefully you're well on your way to establishing your own career in voiceover. Let me know if I can help. Please feel free to ask questions in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I guess that's about it. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.